So what up? Welcome back to part 3 of One Fight Night 34 pre-fight breakdown and prediction. I have already gone over Regan Ursil versus George Jarvis and Supergirl versus Theodora. So check that out if you haven't. And this video, I will be going over a fight that I'm really excited to see, being Rungrawee versus Youssef Assouik. First of all, Rungrawee is an experienced ONEChampionship fighter. He has been there since like the beginning of the One Friday Fight series. He is one of the earlier person that got the contract to fight in the big stage, the $100,000 contract. And since he get to win the contract, his performance in the lightweight division was really good. And people thought that he was on track to get the championship title against Regan Ursil in the Muay Thai rule set. However, he was stopped and knocked out by Dmitry Mensikov. At that time, Dmitry Mensikov just lost to Regan Ursil, and one set the fight up from Dmitry Mensikov versus Rungrawee to probably determine who can have the chance to go and fight against Regan Ursil again. From there, Dmitry Mensikov managed to beat Rungrawee, a really nice performance by Dmitry. Rungrawee tried to bounce back. He got 2 really good wins and he's starting to build himself up. However, the same thing happened again, but this time it was George Jarvis. George Jarvis came in out of nowhere in One Friday fight, beat up Rungrawee, went into the big stage of ONEChampionship, and now he is the title contender for the same card against Regan Ursil in the Muay Thai rule set. So Rungrawee have a good run in ONEChampionship. However, he got stopped by 2 title contender now, trying to get back to that position again, and hopefully this time round he can actually get the title fight. On the opposite side of the corner, you have Youssef Assouik. This is gonna be Youssef's second fight in ONEChampionship. He debuted against Sitsongpeenong, a title contender in the Muay Thai rule set that managed to go toe-to-toe with Regan Ursil for a full 3 rounds and is definitely a big name in the lightweight division. And Youssef managed to beat Sitsongpeenong in a pretty decisive victory. It was a unanimous decision victory. Youssef managed to use his range just really impressively, pick Sitsongpeenong apart from the outside and outscore Sitsongpeenong for the whole 3 rounds, in my opinion. So that is the reason why he is here to fight with Rungrawee. So if Youssef can beat Rungrawee or Rungrawee can beat Youssef, there's a really good chance that either one of this person that win is going to be the next contender to fight with either George Jarvis or Regan Ursil, whoever is going to be holding the title at that point. That is also a reason why I'm pretty excited for this fight. But coming back to Youssef for a second, Youssef is a decorated and champion level fighter outside of ONEChampionship. He gained a bunch of Muay Thai kickboxing title across Europe, Middle Eastern area. He got background in kickboxing and Muay Thai, which combined to the style that he used that I will be talking to next, and just a really dangerous opponent for Rungrawee. So let's just quickly go over the number for these two. First of all, Rungrawee is 180 cm tall and 29 years of age. On the other hand though, Youssef is a whopping 191 cm tall. That is going to be a 11 cm height advantage. You have seen this effect kind of play off against Sitsongpeenong, where Youssef was able to pick Sitsongpeenong apart for the outside. Sitsongpeenong height is around the same as Rungrawee, so we might actually see that happening again. Their age, 29 and 30, basically the same thing. There's no difference there. And in terms of their record, Rungrawee is a more experienced fighter. He's going to have 5 wins and 2 losses in ONEChampionship, while Youssef is 1-0 as of now. So now let's move on to the style of this fighter, starting off with Rungrawee. Rungrawee is a southpaw kicking machine. His nickname is Legatron for a reason. This man loves to stay right on the edge of the striking range. He bounces his weight between his feet and can launch into some nasty kick with his left leg, which most of the time is gonna be at the opponent open side because he's a southpaw fighter. So all those left kick that would either land on the inside leg, the body, or the head. And once he start to get his rhythm, once he do that a few times, go for the leg, go for the body, he would eventually change his pattern up just a little bit. Instead of bouncing and going for the kick, he would blitz inside and throw hand combination instead. Basically just conditioning the opponent to believe that he's trying to kick and switch it up, go up top for hand combination. He also have a really nice elbow game where he can hang inside the range, throw in some elbow, doing damage before a separation happen. Anyway, aside from his offensive style, he have some nice defensive style where he hold up his high guard really nicely. He makes sure that whenever he kick, his guard is there to catch the opponent retaliation, the punches afterward. In his back step, he can launch into his left straight. In the fight with Dmitry Mensikov, the dangerous Russian, Dmitry was able to exploit Rungrawee high guard by throwing in bunch of uppercut On the other hand, on the defensive, Rungrawee did get an opportunity to land a beautiful straight left on Dimitri, which caused him to stumble just a little bit. But the difference in power is immense. Rungrawee wasn't able to drop Dimitri. Dimitri dropped Rungrawee immediately after that. But it does say that you cannot be too comfortable hunting this guy down with your punches, because he can have that opportunity to come back and finish the game with that straight left hand. And we look into the blue corner now, Youssef Assouik. So Youssef is a dangerous southpaw fighter. He is extremely rangy, is tricky opponent, and employ a light, fast, and fluid footwork. It helped him to control the distance, maximize his reach advantage, and pick his opponent apart from the outside. That stance also enables certain moves that is really flashy, like the spinning back kick and the spinning back fist. Combining that with the tendency that he like to switch stance mid-combination and just around while he's moving, all those stuff make me say that he is a really tricky opponent. And he also got a really good system going. On the outside range where he is comfortable at, especially in round 1, he'll be throwing kick from both stands as he switch around, going for the body, going for the leg, going for the head sometimes. Then as the round go on, if his opponent is trying to exert pressure, trying to cover the range, he would start employing his hand combination. You have seen him did a really good job, especially with the lead shake hook, just catching his opponent right before they can come in too close. Also, the straight hand combination do a really good job of maintaining the distance between you and opponent. But what I like most about his style is the elbow game. So Youssef, right, he like to hold a high guard. And his high guard isn't just for defense. Because of how long his arm is, when he holds his high guard, his elbow can extend pretty far away. From there, he can use his high guard to just turn around, throw his elbow from side to side. That has shown to be a really dangerous weapon for Sitsongpeenong to face with. Every time that Sitsongpeenong try to cross the distance, you see that Youssef always prepare his high guard, throw in an elbow, try to intercept Sitsongpeenong as he come in. Youssef will take the shot with the high guard, absorb the impact, and immediately fire back with his elbow in the same position as he is holding the high guard up, which means not only he is really defensive in his high guard, it also can be incredibly dangerous if your opponent try to come in and not being careful. Overall, it's a great deterrent that a rangy opponent fighter should be doing, and definitely something that Youssef managed to use just really nicely. And now, to wrap things up, I will talk about how do I think Rungrawee and Youssef can exploit each other's disadvantage. First of all, Youssef have a clear advantage here, I believe. He is taller and his combination is more complete. He got all his weapon ready, and the way he is able to use that range advantage against Sitsongpeenong make me quite confident that Youssef have the upper hand in this fight. He can just fight the same style as Sitsongpeenong, I believe. Use the elbow to prevent Rungrawee from coming in with his punches. Use the kick, switch his stand around. Try to not do open stands against Rungrawee. But since Youssef's natural stance seems to be a southpaw, I believe there's going to be even more trouble for Rungrawee. So all the kick, all the punches, all the elbow should work really nicely on Rungrawee in this fight. On the other hand, I believe Rungrawee, the way that he can potentially win this fight is to target the body. In a southpaw against southpaw matchup, I believe Rungrawee, who relied mostly on his left kick alone, would have the disadvantage here, since he no longer have the opportunity to go in for the inside, the leg, and to kick the open side. So what Rungrawee should do is to target the body of Youssef. He need to exploit the habit of Youssef using that high guard and try to counter with the elbow, to instead of launching in and targeting the head, he should be punching through the body, whether it's gonna be combo like the left hook to the head followed by a right hook to the body, trying to dig deep, do a lot of level changes, try to not keep his head high so that he wouldn't get hit by the elbow. And definitely the more pressure you can have, the better it is, since Youssef is just a rangy fighter. If you try to hang with Youssef from the outside, there's no way that Rungrawee can probably outkick Youssef. It has to be all pressure, pressure, and pressure. And if he really is looking for the knockout, you have to wait for that moment that he can exploit another weakness of the high guard that Youssef has. The same thing that Dmitry Messikov did to Rungrawee. He have to employ the uppercut and the straight left hand, go into the hole in the middle, or go for the body. He has to be hand dominant in this fight, and I believe that is the way that Rungrawee can possibly beat Youssef. But overall, I still believe that Youssef have the advantage in this fight. My prediction is still on Youssef. Definitely, you cannot discount Rungrawee and his ability to rise from the ashes against George Jarvis and make a name for himself again. So I'll probably be cheering for Rungrawee. Of course, I'm a Thai person, but I do believe that Youssef is going to win. So that's everything that I have got to say for this fight. and also everything that I have got to say for the One Fight Night 34 pre-fight breakdown and prediction. So thanks y'all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in another video.